What up, guys? Paradox back with more tech support. We're here today to go over specifically coil pack brackets, and if you're going to do an intake swap, how you're going to be able to move your coil pack from either side of your engine, specifically just the physical mounting portion, and we'll have a wiring portion later. But so what this is a valve cover from a Ford Freestar. The Ford Windstars and Ford Freestars both have the coil pack bracket mounting valve cover. The reason why this one looks so nice is because I've actually sanded it down with sandpaper, and then I've polished it all the way up to 2000, and then used polish and wet sanded on this. So there's an instruction I'm also going to be doing on how to make your coil pack or your valve covers look just like this using polished aluminum. So when we get down to it, when you get the valve cover from the Freestar, the Windstar, your 99 or your 2001 to 2004 Ford Mustang coil pack will bolt directly onto that. That will go right on there with the OEM bolts. You know, it will literally bolt down. You know, you just grab your bolts, grab these bolts, you know, make sure you got the right size going in there so it's not making a hole into the valve cover. And that's just a direct swap. You can literally buy one of these, put it on your vehicle, put this on there, and it physically goes on for 2001 to 2004. The 2000 or the 1999 and 2000s, they got a lot more of a deal to work with because they got the 4-part coil pack, and I don't recommend the Screaming Demon coil pack at all. Actually, I've had one of these before and it went out in 6 months. I've had Motorcraft ones last for 16 years, so it's really just I think it's a selling thing they're trying to sell you. But well, anyways, I got this one from the junkyard, so it's what came with it, so we're gonna give it another shot. Well, with this, what I end up doing is in your coil pack on your vehicle, it's gonna be attached by like a bracket that looks like this, you know what I mean? And it's just gonna have the square of the, you know, the valve, the bracket on it. And what you're gonna want to do is get that piece, and this isn't the right one, I think this is for the other side of the engine, but it's just, you know, you're gonna want to see where the coil pack attaches, and you're just gonna want to cut that off. You know, cut it off, and that's what this is. So now that you're looking at where that coil pack actually bolts down, but painted, the coil pack sits directly into this, so we have the ability to, you know, put the actual original OEM coil pack on it with 3 different bolt holes. So you're gonna end up putting a hole here, here, and right on this edge. So it's kind of a nick I did with the grinder, but it's considered a hole for when we gotta get to that. So when you have your 99 to 2000, what you're gonna end up doing is, after you have the cutoff, and then after you've made the 3 bolt holes, what you do is or I guess to make those 3 bolt holes, what you gotta do is put this on there like this, and you're gonna realize that 2 of them still screw down. So these 2 still screw down towards this side. And then these 2, you just knock the hole bigger with what's called a drill step bit, one of these. So you just put this in the screw down hole, like that, with a drill attached, and you gauge it out to that size. So what that's going to be able to do is make it so that you're not drilling into this and it's not catching a thread. It's actually just going to go right through it. And how that's going to work now is you put it on there, and it's going to be able to line up and make, you know, to the 3 bolt holes through your coil pack bracket. Bang, bang, bang. So they line up. And now it can physically mount down. What you got next is, these are going to be a 5mm by 0.8 thread pitch. These are small and hard to come by bolt, as well as a actual, you know, the actual end to the bolt. So when you have it this way and you want to put your 99 to 2000 on your valve cover, what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to come up with a size 5mm by 0.8 thread pitch bolt like this, or the bolt and the screw, so the bolt, and then you're going to end up putting it down to about 1 inch long on one of these. So when you make sure you grab that second set, so that you realize you're going to need an extra 2 to 3 bolts. So when you screw this down to about 1 inch, you're able to put that in a vise right around here and cut that. And the reason why you needed this on it is that when you cut it, it dies it on the way off. You're able to go back and forth roughly 30 times as you take the bolt off, and what it's going to do is it's going to die it without needing a die set. So after I put that down and I've cut it, if you try to stick the bolt through like this, it'll go through the valve cover, it'll make a hole. So with this exact setup, I put it through, got it down, cut it off, I nudge it out just a little bit, and then I'll make like a circle around the ring with the grinder. I'll kind of go like this, nib around the outside while it's in the vise, and make sure that when I take this off, you know, now I'm going back and forth roughly 30 times, you know. You want a good thread to die on there. So that's all you really need this M5 by 0.8 thread pitch bolt head for. So now that you have your mini screw, what you're going to do with that is that's going to be your pilot bolt, and you're going to put that into this side. I guess I should explain that with the grinder too. So I nibbed this. I just basically put this in here and I let it just eat just a little bit out of this area until it made that desired effect. So you're able to step bit these two and nib that one. And then you're going to put in your cut bolt. So I call it a pilot because when you get close to tight, you're going to want to make sure that these other ones line up like that. So now it kind of holds it on, you know what I'm saying? So when it's on the vehicle, you can use that one to hold it on. If I want to, I can just push it this way and it'll come right off. But what you're going to do is you're going to be utilizing both of those two screw downs and these two screw downs to put your 99 to 2000 on there. So it will drop right on the bracket you've just made. And you're going to be able to put your screws in. So I'm just going to reiterate this. I don't use the Screaming Demon coil pack other than on this project because I got it in a junkyard. I would not prefer one of these. I would not advertise or tell somebody to buy one of these. Everyone I've ever heard of them go out pretty quick. It seems like it's just a really chintzy product. But yep, just like that, you're going to be able to bolt down your 99 to 2000 coil pack onto a Windstar Freestar cover. So if you use the older Windstar cover, this is a Freestar, so I know it's made for the newer models. You may be able to look at it and it may have the 4-bolt type coil pack hold on it. So if, excuse me if I'm wrong, I kind of specify more so in the Freestar than the Windstar. I feel it's an outdated project other than, you know, using the parts off it. So just like that, you've made it to the vehicle. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and that's how you make a bracket or make a compatible Freestar valve cover for your 99 to 2004 Mustang. Have a great night, guys.